Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Got some more news for you today, some breaking news, some highlights of what's going on over the last couple of days since I didn't do a video yesterday. But we've also got some information that may change a lot of things. So stick around, folks. It's guaranteed to be informative, if nothing else. All right, first off, if you don't know, if you haven't heard, today, 4 mayors from 4 woke cities, 4 blue Democrat stronghold cities, came before Congress today to be questioned, and ooh, there was some questions. I got to hear dribs and drabs of it in my ear while I was working today, several hours long. But I'll read you who all was there and play you some excerpts, including the great Jim Jordan gets into it and tears one of them up pretty good. And then we end up with a resolution to be introduced to the floor by Anna Paulina Luna. I believe I said her name right. Here we go, folks. It says 4 Democrat mayors of sanctuary cities testified before the House Oversight Committee on Wednesday. Mayor Eric Adams of New York City, Mike Johnson of Denver, Brandon Johnson of Chicago, and Michelle Wu of Boston all testified on Wednesday. All right. Bear with me. It says that Rep. Virginia Fox forced the mayors to admit just how much money they've spent on illegal aliens over the past 4 years, and who knows how accurate these numbers really are. But Chicago spent $574 million, almost 575. Denver spent $79 million, and New York City spent $6.9 billion with a B, billion. Jesus. Boston doesn't keep records, so Mayor Wu claimed she don't know. They don't do a budget in Boston, I guess. It's crazy stuff, folks. All right, folks, let's get into it. This is really good stuff here. Comes on quick. All right, this is great.
Gentlemen, time's expired. Chair recognizes Dr. Fox from North Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
No relation.
Mayor Johnson, in the last 4 years, how much has Chicago spent on care for illegal aliens?
Thank you for that question, Congresswoman. So since since the governor of Texas began
Just
shipping.
tell me a number. I don't need a speech. Just tell me a number.
So since 2022, since the governor of Texas was shipping individuals to cities across this country, the city's budget, roughly 1% of the city's budget over the course of 4 years.
Mayor Johnston, the same question, and I don't need a speech, just a number.
Thank you, Dr. Congresswoman. Thank you, Congresswoman. It's $79 million over the last 2.5 years.
Mayor Adams, same question. How much has New York spent to care for illegal aliens?
Approximately $6.9 billion went out of our taxpayers' funds.
Mayor Wu, same question. How much has Boston spent to care for illegal aliens in the last 4 years?
We do not ask about immigration status and giving city services and providing that access, so we do not have a number.
Taxpayers have been bearing the brunt of the massive wave of illegal aliens who've entered the United States. The Biden administration seemingly declared taxpayers and hardworking Americans collateral damage in the pursuit of open borders. Again, Mayor Johnson, are NGOs providing services to illegal aliens in Chicago?
In accordance with the Welcoming City Ordinance, our sister agencies or city departments, we do not seek the status of any individual that is seeking service.
Mayor Johnston, are NGOs providing services to illegal aliens in Denver?
Thank you, ma'am. When folks arrive on the streets without food or resources or shelter, we do provide food or shelter regardless of where folks arrive from.
Mayor Adams, same question.
Yes, in combination of city agencies and nonprofits, we responded to the migrant asylum seekers humanitarian crisis that hit our city.
And Mayor Wu, I assume you don't know their status, but do you know if there are NGOs are providing services to people arriving in your city without any kind of documentation?
There are community organizations, many of them in Boston, who seek to serve all of our Boston residents.
Congress must provide oversight and ensure.
This is just pissing me off. I hate to say it, folks, but those folks sitting up there that are mayors are all criminals. I know they were doing what the boss told them to, but they're all criminals. They robbed the taxpayers' piggy bank and spent taxpayer funds that should have went on things in the city that actually helped the city, helped upgrade the city, helped keep up the city. I wouldn't want to live in a place where I just found out my mayor just built the city for millions and billions of dollars to feed these newcomers. Uh-uh. This is bullshit. These people need to go to jail. These people need to be held accountable. This needs to never happen again. Every bit of this needs to be exposed. I hope people share this out, not just what I put out, but more stories like this about what happened today between Jim Jordan and several of these folks that just laid it out right there. The money. Look at the ungodly amounts of money. Now, how much of it did they spend because Biden told them they could? Was some of it funds sent from the White House, like state reimbursement? Who really knows how their budget works at this point? Every state's got their own way of doing it, but I'm sure the federal government had to chip money in if they were going to assume to let. I'm sure there was some money involved in being a sanctuary city. The government has to be paying. I'm sure through NGOs, but I'm sure the government has to be bribing somebody in order to make this happen, including the mayor himself, uh, him and her mayors of every woke city, every blue city that thinks they still want to have a sanctuary status. Y'all were criminals for 4 years with your sanctuary status bullshit, and it's about over. One way or another, we're going to fix it. And I would be careful because your ideology may turn out to be criminal activity. And that's just my opinion, folks. But before I get into any more of this, let's jump back and listen to a little bit of Jim Jordan. He goes on for 5 minutes and scorches this dude pretty good. Mr. Johnston. Let me scroll down here. There we go.
Who's Abraham Gonzalez?
Thank you, Congressman. He is a individual that was released from the county jail on Friday in the city and county of Denver.
That's all you know about him?
I do know that he was facing charges that the
Venezuelan gang member arrested by Border Patrol on September 20th, 2020.
Sometimes when a car drives by, folks, it
Released into
messes
the
up my
country by the
Wi-Fi.
Biden administration.
I don't know
A
why.
few months later, he's arrested in your city, charged with aggravated assault. On March 11th, 2024, he's
All right, this ain't gonna work.
charged with motor vehicle theft, stole a car, and
Let me fast forward a little bit. See if this will help.
notification of release.
what kind of notice did you give ICE when you released him?
We gave him notification.
What it boils down to is in Denver, Colorado, when you catch a criminal there that's an illegal alien, no matter what kind of heinous crime they've done, instead of holding them for ICE, they just let them out in the parking lot, and then bad shit happens, like cops get beat up or get assaulted out in the parking lot. Just happened. It says Jim Jordan says, I'm asking about Mr. Abraham Gonzalez, gang member, car thief, assaulter. An officer got assaulted because of your policy. The mayor's pathetic offer to sit down with ICE and tweak procedures after the fact only fueled Jordan's fire too little, too late. So this guy was not held over while ICE was going to come get this guy. Mayor of Denver, Colorado, lets him out. They had him in custody for 345 days. He says, hey, you can give us 48 hours. You gave them 1 hour. 1 hour. That's what Jim Jordan said. He was pissed. All right, folks, we're going to try this spool again.
I'm not sure how long in
1
advance
hour.
it was. I do know
1
that.
hour.
I do know that there
was
was
1 hour notice, and you released him 5 days ago, right? Why not give him more heads up? Actually, let's put the slide up. Let's see what it says here. But let's put the slide up. This is what the Denver Sheriff's Department. It's kind of hard to see, so I'll read it. It says Denver Sheriff Department ICE notification being released to the streets. I simply said we want just release him to us. You release him to the streets. Why not release him to ICE?
Thank you. What we've done, and we do this regularly, we've done 1,226 of these, is we notify.
I'm asking about one. I'm not asking about the 1,200. I'm asking about Mr. Abraham Gonzalez, who's a gang member from Venezuela, stole a car, assaulted someone. You had him in your custody for how long?
I know that we released
345 days you had him in custody. And I said, hey, can you give us 48 hours heads up?
I don't know.
You gave him 1 hour notice.
Mr. Congressman, we notified them and released. There were 6 ICE agents present when he was released, so they had enough time to respond and to be present.
Respond where?
To the jail where we released him from. So we released him we notified them of the release time. When we notified them of release, they come to the jail facility to pick them up.
Why didn't you say that? That's not what you said. You said you release him to the streets. Did you release him to the streets? You release him to ICE?
What we do, sir, is we release him from our county jail, and we coordinate with ICE on that release time and release date so that ICE can come and pick them up from that location.
Pick them up where? In the parking lot?
Yes, sir. They're on the facility.
Guess what happened in the parking lot?
I know, sir. I've reviewed the video. So I looked at it. I've talked to the sheriff last night.
One of the ICE officers got assaulted, didn't he?
I reviewed the video,
They had
sir.
to tase the guy, didn't they?
Would you like me to answer?
Damn.
Sir?
No, I'd like you to answer. Did they tase him?
I know that there were 6 officers that had multiple tasers. I saw
So they had
on
6
video.
officers. If you keep him in the facility and they come
This
in
is
the facility,
ridiculous.
it takes 6 officers? Probably takes 2, doesn't it?
So
This guy's a bastard. I don't want to listen to more of this. This thing's a little choppy anyway, but I do want to get to the main point of this grilling that went on today. Even Miss Granny Fox, got in there and got down to the procedure of the money. Now, what I really wanted to tell you was Anna Paulina Luna announced she will be referring all 4 of these mayors that were at this congressional hearing today to Pam Bondi for criminal prosecution. I love it. I love it. That's the silver lining.
So you don't believe that banning the transfer of individuals into ICE custody for the purpose of civil immigration enforcement encourages illegal immigration into Chicago? Or how about agencies, or agents not being able to stop, arrest, or detain individuals based solely on their immigration status or administrative warrant?
So we comply with all laws, local, state, and federal.
To me, after this line of questioning, it's very clear that these policies that you have all implicated are active and alive and well in your cities, are in direct violation with U.S. Title 8 Code subsection 1324 and is a federal offense. But you all speak about a broken immigration system, and yet here you guys are aiding and abetting in that entire process. I want to be very clear about something. Open border policies, which is something that you guys are talking about, hurts people on both sides, meaning the people that are coming here illegally and then American citizens as well. I do not think you guys are bad people, but I think that you are ideologically misled. which is why, unfortunately, based on your responses, I'm all going to be criminally referring you to the Department of Justice for investigation. And as soon as I leave here, these will be going over to Pam Bondi. I'm not doing that in an effort to bully you guys, but I do believe that your policies are hurting the American people, and you can make that known with the evidence that you can present to the Department of Justice. But if you guys continue doing what you're doing, you're not going to help anyone. You're going to hurt more people, and that's exactly why I'm tired of it. The American people are tired of it. And Chairman, I yield my time.
Would you yield your last minute?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's throw criminal charges at every one of these people that perpetrated our country in the worst ways for 4 years. I don't care what your boss told you to do. I couldn't work for somebody that was telling me to help import people, destroy our country. I couldn't do it. Now, this here is a doozy. This is Elon Musk. Doge terminates the lease at Obama's presidential library site. And the other day they were talking about doing that to the Nancy Pelosi Center and a couple, John McCain, not John McCain. There was a couple more that were on the list that had money put up or part of the funds raised for their projects, libraries, and stuff like this. Well, that is a government waste. That's what I would call that. Well, Doge made another noticeable move, saving the U.S. taxpayers money and perhaps striking a blow against Barack Obama's massive ego in the process. As Fox News reported, Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has terminated the lease of Obama's presidential library site. This was one of many federal leases and contracts recently terminated. The library is located at Hoffman Estate in northwest Chicago, and it is not the same Obama Presidential Library Center near the Jackson Park on Windy City South Side, which is scheduled for completion next year. The Chicago Tribune reports the lease was scheduled to end this year and move to a new location. Fox News notes that Hoffman Estate cites that all presidential libraries are run by the National Archives Records Association Administration, NARA. The Obama Presidential Center, however, is overseen by the Obama Foundation. Let's see here. Let's see if there's any more. It's possible Doge has some particular malice towards real estate holding the archives for the last. Nah, that's somebody's opinion. Leftist critiqued opinion. No, thank you. Don't even need to read that. It says, according to NARA estimate, the Hoffman Building estate was approximately $25 million. Had 25 million unclassified paper documents. These documents are currently being digitalized and will be available in the digital format on the Obama Presidential Center when it opens. Currently at the Hoffman Center, we are also 35,000 physical artifacts, including gifts given to the Obamas. Who cares? The library, a converted former furniture showroom, also houses former President Barack Obama's silver BlackBerry, a draft of his stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who cares about Obama? But I'm glad to see his stuff go. If they can claw back some of that money and terminate some more leases, go for it. I heard there was 400 and something government buildings that were being put up for sale, or being lease terminated. Now, this here is another great thing that happened as far as I'm concerned. There's a mural on the ground. I guess they call it a mural. It's bright yellow letters that you could see from space. It's so big, right downtown in Washington, D.C., not far from the Capitol. And Mayor Bowser of D.C. has finally confirmed and agreed to take down the Black Lives Matter mural. They're going to paint over it, get the paint off the ground, whatever they need to do. Just to get it out of there. And I am so glad. I don't know what made her change her mind, but you know what? It's ridiculous. I don't want to get into it, but that's one more win for us, folks. If you want to get into it, get into the full story. Gateway Pundit's got the article. It's several articles down, but it's over there. You're welcome to go hunt it down. GatewayPundit.com. Vice President to Greenland, if you choose, we will come. I won't even read that. We'll just let President Trump tell you. Here we go. This is one of the things that I thought was very important in his last speech. I got a
We
couple of those
also have a
clips.
message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security, and I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it. We will keep you safe. We will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before. It's a very small population, but very, very large piece of land and very, very important for military security.
I love it, folks. What do you think about that? We gonna get it one way or another. Trump puts his shoulder in on it. We're gonna do it. And here's another great take from the other day. Y'all may have already seen some of this. This happened the other night, but I
To
still like
further
the great
enhance
take.
our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Just today, a large American company announced they are buying both ports around the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others, but others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal. They died of malaria. They died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs. It was given away by the Carter administration for $1, but that agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
What happened was is BlackRock agreed to buy from China their interest there, and I don't like BlackRock, but it's probably in BlackRock's interest to buy it from China, which is better than China owning it. So I guess Trump is agreeable to that on some level. If they're not going to tax us and it's not going to be owned by China, I would still say it's a win. I'd have to look in to see what all BlackRock had planned to do with the place. Hopefully, they're not going to change it up too much since we're taking it back. We're taking back possession of it, and we're going to work with BlackRock, is what Trump says. So now this here, I think, is great. This is the Attorney General Andrew Bailey from Missouri. He is probably top 2 or 3 attorney generals in the country. I always thought. Ken Paxton, of course, best attorney general here in Texas, best attorney general in the country, Ken Paxton, and then I think Pam Bondi, close second or third before she became new attorney general. But I'm talking about when she was over Florida, and then this guy here, I would say he's probably second. Would be Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey. Him and Ken Paxton have got putting coalitions together with other conservative attorney generals across about 25, 30 states to do several things, including sue over elections and things. This guy is he's a fighter, and I like him as Attorney General. He does not mind exposing anything or talking shit or trying to handle the situation, fix the problem. I've seen him in action just like Ken Paxton, and I just want to give him a shout out. If you don't know who Attorney General Andrew Bailey is, go look him up. He's the real stuff, like Ken Paxton. But he says, breaking, I am demanding the Department of Justice investigated whether President Biden cognitive decline allowed unelected staff to push through radical policies without his knowing approval. If true, these executive orders, pardons, and all other actions are unconstitutional and legally void. Now, I hope this goes through. I hope an investigation starts. Uh, this definitely needs to be resolved one way or another. Hopefully, he can get more people involved in on this. But now that we have a good Department of Justice and a good Attorney General and a good FBI, in theory, considering we've got new leaders, um, they should be able to run with this. And maybe we can get some of this stuff drawn back without needing an executive order to fix it. We'll see. That's definitely a thought, though. It's one to ponder about. It's definitely plausible. Now, this here, listen to the words of this idiot. This is part of, I hate to bring you this, but these are some of the Karens in Congress that they hate Trump. They hate Elon. They're got the TDS syndrome, level 4, level 5. I'm not sure, but they've got it the worst of the worst. They're some of the ones that wouldn't clap in Congress, even under some of the great things that were done and said when Trump was giving his State of the Union speech. Couldn't even clap for the 13-year-old kid or anybody. It was just sad. And Trump said that in the beginning. The Democrats will not stand up and applaud anything. No response. They're just hateful, and it's sad to see. Brainwashed, what I say. But check out this lady's words. She kind of tells off on herself here.
You don't care about this country, and that is unacceptable if you claim to be the President of the United States. So we are here. We are not going anywhere. We are going to continue to fight back, and we are going to continue to speak lies to his truth, to his...
She's going to continue to speak lies to his truth. Y'all catch that? Let me back that up.
To his truth, to his stealing, and to...
Do that one more time.
And we are going to continue to speak lies to his truth, to his stealing, and to his cheating. Thank you.
Wow. She told on herself, didn't she, folks? They're going to speak lies to his truth. That's a new one. Now, this here is one of the things that I really wanted to hear in his speech. One of the things that just warmed my heart a little bit. Here we go.
And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it.
Yes. That's what we need. Standing ovation for that one. Not even Democrats couldn't stand up and clap for balancing the budget either. They don't care about balancing the budget. They don't get to steal so much money when that happens. Now, this here, I thought was a great little video clip. This reminds me of when Trump walked in Congress. What do you think, folks? When Trump walked in Congress. Who's next? Who's first? Perfect. All right, here we go. Got a few more clips here for you, folks. We're about done. We'll not try to keep you too long today. I know how busy everybody is. But America is so back, and I just want to bring you all these couple of great parody videos here at the end. Things to make it a little more enjoyable. Because we are winning, folks.
After 4 long years of humiliation, of failure at home, and embarrassment abroad, our long national nightmare is finally over. Strength is back. Common sense is back. America is back. In just weeks, President Trump has secured our border and delivered the lowest level of illegal immigration in history. Criminals are being deported. Cartels are being hunted. He's draining the swamp, slashing billions in waste at home, while closing the spigot of American tax dollars to foreign regimes. He's reopening American energy, ending regulations, and returning power to our military as he seeks to stop the endless wars across the globe. He's taking on the ruling elite and returning the rule of the people. Under his leadership, we are respected again. Thank you, President Trump, for saving the American dream. America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I love it. I love it. That's a great video right there, folks. Got a couple more clips here for you, folks. One of them has got a little bit of foul language in it. So anybody that wants to bow out now before I do this voiceover, because it gets a little bit raunchy, but it's funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, folks. It's pretty funny. Here we go. We're going through it. You've been warned.
That was yours. We thought that baggie belonged to Hunter. You know, I think the Secret Service probably still has it somewhere.
I have been stealing the money.
I'm sorry, what's that now?
I must to speak honestly. I steal many of USA dollars to Ukraine. Millions. Some dollars for some oligarchs also. Some for American bureaucrats also.
Well, we know that, but why are you telling me this?
Because, Mr. Trump, if you end war, we cannot steal any more money. We must continue war.
No, the war must end. Your people are dying, Zelensky. They're dying.
But I want to steal more money. What do you want? Fellatio, I can do it.
No, I don't want fellatio. No.
Are you sure? I did for Biden.
Okay, that is what we call oversharing. Look, there's nothing you have that I want. You're not going to convince me to keep this war going. You don't have the cards.
I not play cards.
No, I know you're not literally playing cards. It's a metaphor. It's like I'm playing 4D chess and you're playing checkers.
No, I not play checkers. There is no checkerboard, you see.
Okay, let's try this. I am in the driver's seat, okay? Do you understand that expression?
No, but we are not in car.
No, you're right. You're right. We're not in a car. That's true.
Listen, Mr. Trump, I am actor/comedian. I crave attention. Since start of war, I get worshipped by presidents. I'm worshipped by Hollywood. If war ends, no more attention, no more worship. With all due respect, Mr. Trump, this war must last forever.
I tell you what, if you agree to end this war, we will do a remake of Friends. And you can play Ukrainian Chandler Bing. How does that sound?
Oh, I love the Friends. This is favorite show of me. I am such a Monica.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's sign the thing, and then I'll go show you the room where Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky did it.
Oh yes, this is funny because I just say I'm such a Monica. Maybe we will go in a room and you can be Bill Clinton and I will be Monica. Yes?
You know what? Forget the room. Let's just sign the document. Does anyone have a pen? Phil? Where's Phil? I need a pen. Somebody give me a damn pen.